Hello, welcome in. Hopefully, I got sound this time. I guess at least now I'll find out if it's this or. Hi, Andrea. Can you hear me now? Okay, so it's something with Rumble Studios. All right, well, I apologize. One thing after the other is more this afternoon, it seems. Hi, Cal. Welcome in, bud. Uh, no, I took in. After the service this morning, I had to go and take care of the neighbors' animals. And then by the time I got back up here, it was going to storm, so I had to rush around and put stuff away, and I guess that took more out of me than I expected. So I had passed out. I didn't wake up till 4 o'clock when I'm supposed to be here. So then I'm rushing around getting everything out and getting everything set up, and then it didn't work anyway. So that's kind of frustrating. But we're here now, and hopefully we can have some fun. What are y'all up to this afternoon? Anything fun and exciting? Jay says he stole my sound while I was passed out. All right, I got you then. Hi Jay, how you doing, buddy? Come on, get up here. Oh my. Yeah. Dang it. And then when I looked, it said that we weren't supposed to get storms until like 7 o'clock tonight. Well, now I just get a notification that we're supposed to get storms by like 5 o'clock. So, um, yeah, maybe I'll blow away. Who knows? Hi Cora, welcome in. Hi Jamie, good to see you. Glad you could all join us. Casper says hello to everyone. Oh my. But Yeah, I'm not going to complain. It's not horrible right now. The humidity's dropped some, and I mean it's picking back up now that it's going to storm again. But from earlier, that when we had to go take care of the animals, wow, the humidity was horrid. Jay's dog did a thing today. What did Charlie? Who did Charlie catch today, Jay? Oh, you got to meet Charlie today. Jesus, we don't talk about that. Jamie, I saw your picture of your lights. That looks good. Sorry I didn't have a chance to comment on it earlier. I was trying to get in here. Oh my, let me see something here. Anne was on the other stream, and she had said something about she read that Pennsylvania has the most guns per state in the country. And while I figured it would have actually been Texas, I can see us having that. You still having the issues, bud? Really fly. Yeah. Pneumonia's nothing to sneeze at. I mean, I've been through it myself. And I mean, this was back when I was a lot healthier than I am now, and it knocked me down for over a month back then. Um, so just be careful, bud. And you got the trifecta, huh? Pneumonia, bronchitis, and sepsis. I didn't know about the sepsis part. Hi, Patsy. Welcome in. I don't know if it'll let me add somebody into this or not now. No. I was in such a hurry I didn't even send the link out to Fred. So sorry, Fred, if you're watching. I was just in a hurry trying to get this thing set up so we could go live. Let me see something here. What's this button do? Share screen. Oh, I can share a screen on here. Huh? Edit. Let's go to edit. No. Won't let me do it. Oh, Fred's sleeping? Oh, okay. Gotcha. Well, oh my. Cal says, famous last words. What does this button do? Right. My luck, it would have knocked us all out. Oh, good Lord. No, I don't have a charger out here for this one. All right, we're going to set this one over to the side. Grab this one here and pull the YouTube channel up. Just easier to read from back here than with this than it is to try and read from way up there. So Andrea is in first place, and who's in second place here? Let's see. Andrea, Jamie, then Cal, and then Cora's right behind her, or behind Cal there. Cal says, oh, I have another friend from PA that I want to get in among this group. He's younger, but he's a pretty darn serious Christian. I know him quite well, and I trust him. Happy, smart, loves trains. Nice. Yeah. Sounds good, Cal. Poor Fred. What is this thing about? It's been so long since I've used just YouTube to go live on the computer that I don't remember what everything does. Yes, people in PA are crazy, Cal. We know this. Oh, shoot. Right, Andrea? We could use more people to go against the crazy people that are running this state right now. Oh, okay. Hey, when it hits you, it hits you. You got to take a nap when it says so. Andrew says, right, Cal, I have family in West Virginia. Depending on where you move, Cal, I know quite a few people in West Virginia myself. So some on good terms and some on not so good terms. But yeah, such is life. Andrea's cousin John lives in Charleston. Okay. Nice. Yeah, most of the people that I know live on the Kentucky side of the state. All right, Jamie, have a good day. Be safe. Yeah, I know a lot of people in the Beckley area. So I think for what you're looking for, Huntington might be your better bet. Honestly, Wheeling would be good for you too, Cal, if that was an option. Um, I know that they're hiring at the hospitals for security up that way. So what's been going on? Anything fun and exciting? I haven't seen anything yet. I haven't had a chance to look at anything. No idea. Took a break yourself? Yeah, I don't blame you. Hi, Cassie. Well, not that. I just didn't get a chance to look, but didn't miss anything but a bunch of 1 year anniversary coverage. 1 year anniversary. What am I missing? Oh, Speaking of that, um, a new report comes out saying that the Secret Service was actually tipped off about the Butler County issue days before it happened. Come on, fly. I'm going to use the Lord's word to beat the crap out of a fly. Give me 1 second here. I think I missed it, but so whoever took that report should be brought up on charges, in my opinion. That's unreal. Dang it. Sorry. I feel bad because I feel like I'm smacking y'all. Instead of whack-a-mole, it's whack-a-fly here today. Holy crap. Of course they didn't. Let's just keep this hush-hush. Yeah, pretty much. Come here, little guy. Come here. You need a bug assault? For that thing would probably break my lens if I use that on the computer. Where do you think you're going? Huh? That's an awfully high jump back there, pal. It'll probably go to sleep there. But yeah, if you're like me and you're tired of the government people getting away with the stupid stuff that they're doing, put a 1 in chat. Just something different. Because I know I'm fed up with it. I'm tired of them doing things and never being held accountable for it. She puts Won. W-O-N. That's funny. So, but that was a big win that Trump got this week, was that he's allowed to proceed with the firing of a lot of bureaucrats. So that could be a huge thing. A huge breakthrough, because we know that the bureaucrats are the ones who are in the background that keep this perpetual unelected state that just that dictates everything going. Tighter corruption, yeah. Well, our government's too big, though. I think we can all agree on that. There's too many people with their hands in the cookie jar at this point, and not enough people making cookies. So, but yeah. I heard somebody say that government is made to be corrupt. And I don't know about all that. I think we're just electing bad people into government, and they're not morally sound. Cal says more cookies, less eaters, no cookie monsters. Government is doomed to be corrupt. Well, it seems that instead of people getting in and sticking to their morals, that yeah, I agree with that too, Cal. Cal says cookie monsters need to be fed into a wood chipper, with an emphasis on the C and the M. So if you know, you know. Where are you going, little guy? Come here. Come on. I don't want you falling off my shoulder. I don't want you falling off, buddy. There you go. If you fell down and got hurt, I'd be in so much trouble. Yeah, that's right. Go sheepies. Little puffball. Andrea just got her cutter, yeah. You might want to swab that thing and make sure it doesn't have any blood residue on it, Andrea. And if it does, you might want to, just bleach it good. Let her fall, she'll learn, just like that Pitbull mix learned today. Uh-oh, what'd Charlie do now? I'm interested in hearing this one. Did Charlie FAFO today? Oh, no, you said a Pitbull mix. Oh. Never mind, I got that wrong. Did your neighbor's dog come over again, Jay? Is that what happened? Maybe we shouldn't talk about this on YouTube. I don't want to implicate anyone. So, one thing that we've been doing more on Discord now is jumping into the voice and video chat. So if you're not on the Discord, let me get you a link to the Discord. And you can hop on there, and we do a lot of fun stuff on there, between watching movies together, and you get the voice and video chat with people. You get to see what they actually look like, and converse in real time. We post lots of memes. We have political discussions, all kinds of stuff like that. So, yeah. All right, Jay. But there is the Discord link. KJ. I actually have a friend that those are her initials. Hi, Ruth. Actually, KJ lives in Canada, not too far from you. She's in London, Ontario. How are you and Richard doing? About 3 hours away from us. Well, she's a lot closer to you than she is to me. Yeah. Nope. What are you doing, huh? What are you doing? Yeah. Maybe I shouldn't have put her up here. Now I want to go back to sleep. Are you getting storms up your way, Ruth? I'll take that as a yes. She says, doing good. Had a downpour for a bit there, but that seems to be past now. The wind, though. Yeah, wind can be very devastating. Has anybody seen this stuff going on in China? China has just this crazy stuff going on with their weather. All right, hold on. You can't be there. There. Oh, shake, shake, shake. Yeah. There's videos that I've seen where people are taking a pan outside, putting it on the sidewalk, and cooking an egg in 2 minutes, less than 2 minutes. People's soles of their shoes are melting as they're walking across the roads. It's really bad over there. They're saying it's 109 degrees Fahrenheit, 43 degrees Celsius in places. And then in other places, it snowed. They got like 2, 3, almost 3 feet of snow in certain places in China. So yeah, I don't know what they're doing over there, but ugh. I'll post a few videos in the Discord for you to check out if you're interested. But while again, I don't like the Chinese government because of what they represent, I feel bad for the people. Cal says, our harp weapon finally hitting the right target. That's possible. Beijing is one of the places that they're saying is really getting hammered with this stuff. But again, I feel bad for the people because they're made to suffer because of their government. Their government just is so corrupt, and the infrastructure of their cities, like literally, because of all of the people using their air conditioning and stuff at once, you had transformers blow in and just electric cars exploding in the middle of the street because of thermal runaway because of how hot it got. And this is the shit they want to push on us with these electric cars. Can you imagine? Hi again, Ann. Welcome back. Sorry about earlier. I don't know what was going on. There was something wrong with apparently with Rumble Studio because this is working. But yeah, electric cars are death traps apparently. While I don't mind like a hybrid because they seem to be more stable, but these electric cars, my goodness. I guess I shouldn't say all of them, but the Chinese ones apparently are having some issues over there. Did you get some bad storms up there, Ann? That people are losing, that people are without power up there? Storms in Eastern Ontario, yeah. Well, we'll pray for them. And Bruce says the hybrid makes more sense. At least you have the option. Yeah, I have a friend who has the Chevy Volt, and he was always showing me how many miles he can go Maybe it wasn't a Chevy Volt. It was one of the hybrids. It was a hybrid car. And yeah, he was going like 500, 600 miles per fill up. And I'm like, that's nice. So the only way I'll ever own one is if I buy one secondhand. I can't buy new stuff, so I don't have good credit. And it says neighbor works for Hydro One, and they've been installing those huge towers also. Yeah, we have them being put in around here for the new transmission lines, and thankfully they're not coming this direction, but um, yeah, I feel bad for anybody stuck under those lines, but we need them. I mean, that's just a matter of fact of life is where our lives revolve around electricity these days. Without electricity, most people wouldn't be able to survive. But oh hey, hold on one second. I think I just got a package. I'll be right back. All right. Come on, monkey butt. All righty. Aha. Okay. Back. Sorry. Radiation from those batteries and volts and electric cars. Why it won't go? I don't know about the radiation part. I don't know what would cause the radiation out of there. I mean, there's always radiation from something in most of those things. I get that, but what do I have to use? I can just peel it. Well, not to be smart, Ruth. Hold on, let me get this. Ruth says I watched another YouTuber tell about how if they had the money Elon Musk had, he would help out people out. For instance, he would see a person with an old car, go out and help them buy a new one from a dealership. Yeah, I can see that. But yeah, what he fails to realize is, well, not just that. He says what he fails to realize is that that person might not be able to pay for insurance and upkeep of the car. Not just that. The other aspect of it is a lot of Elon Musk's money is wrapped up in other things. He doesn't have liquid, he can't just go out and buy, stuff like with cash or whatever. Um, when he went to buy Twitter, even though he was worth way more than Twitter's worth, he still had to find investors. So, and says, "Don't believe real Elon myself." New cars depreciate as soon as you drive off the lot. Yeah. Everything depreciates as soon as you go off the lot. All right. So, hi, Fluffers. You're all wet. Where were you at that you're all wet, you weirdo? So you decide that you have to get up here. Of course you do. That's fine. Whatever. No, it's not food. I'm still working on getting the maps mounted up and ready to go. But we have the push pins. All right, Cora, be safe. Have a good day. Our pesky little fly friend is back, I see. Oh, of course he has you blocked. People nowadays are so fast to block people that they don't agree with anymore that it's crazy. Instead of actually having discussions and trying to find middle ground and meet there, it's an oh, you don't think like me, so bye. Click. Boop, 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 boop. Boop, boop, boop. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of people who have their hearts in the right place when they're saying things like, "Oh, well, you could feed all of Africa with all that money," or something like that. Honestly, I think Sam Kinison had the right idea, telling them that to move, get the hell out of the desert, and move to where the food is. But yeah, I get it. People have lived in the desert for generations, and that's where their culture is. So they want to do the same things, live the same lives their ancestors did. So, oh my. Yeah, the only time I block someone usually is if they're being harassing. If you're going to harass me after I've already left a conversation, then normally I'll try to ignore you, but if it gets too bad, then yeah, I'll block somebody. I want to see where these storms are quick. I questioned something in another video he had, and I got the impression he didn't like being questioned. Yeah, a lot of YouTubers are like that. They're um, a lot of YouTubers actually are the fascists they say they don't like. If you think about it. If you question anything that they say, they're like, get out of here. As long as you're respectful about it in my chat, I don't care. Says there's a storm coming across the river from York, but it dissipates before it gets to me. I guess we'll find out if they're right or not. So, yeah, I mean, we've lost the civility part of civilian. You know, people don't care about their neighbors anymore like they used to. You go in the city and it's a lot worse. Hell, in the city, of people offing each other just because of the street that they live on, or, um, you know, it's ridiculous. It really is. And there's absolutely no reason for it. And a lot of it's cultural issues, you know. Urban culture is a lot different than rural culture. But yeah, if you have good neighbors, appreciate them because it's hard. Jay says I'm back. He just wanted dinner. The jerk. Funny, Jay. Oh shoot. What'd you make him for dinner? Because I know you're like me. You didn't send him away hungry. Since you weren't here, I'll show you. We got our push pins for the map. Once I get it set up, I'm gonna work on that this week, I think. Made him a sub sandwich with ham and turkey with pepper jack cheese and crispy green lettuce. Yummy. That sounds good. I'm being stared at by Casper. Well, come here if you want up. Now I'm hungry. Hey, Fluff. Boy, I must have pissed everyone off now. Even the cats don't want to be around me. Ay, ay, ay. I don't know, Mom. Mom wanted to try that Instapot out, so she threw something in there before I got to see what it was, and I had to come out and help her figure out how to work it. So I have no idea what's for supper. Hi, Tamara. How are you doing? It's been a while. Hopefully you're doing well. Oh my. Excuse me. I'm still trying to wake up. Mystery dinner. Kind of like the mystery meat we used to get in school, you know. It was supposed to be something, but it didn't look like that something. And you always wondered what you were eating. Yeah, you and me both, Cal. That sounds good too, Jay. Jay's going to have grilled chicken wrap with cheese and lettuce. Come on, Phil. Get up here. Come on, get up here. You dried off now so you can be up here. There we go. I think Fluff just came back out of the field. I think that's why he was all wet. Because he was walking between the plants, and the plants were making him all wet, weren't you? Huh? Weren't you? Yeah. No, do not get up on the table. Oh my. Now we're just having a kind of a lazy afternoon, just kind of chilling out and relaxing after being frustrated with Rumble Studio, and yeah. So hoping everybody's had a good day. Can I ask a favor though? Let me go get a link here. If you haven't checked that out yet, please go and check it out. That is our new faith-based channel. We've been doing it for a couple days, a couple weeks now. Well, a little over a month, I think. And yeah, we're trying to build that up. And so, if you wouldn't mind, if you're not subscribed there, please go subscribe. Check out the content. Let me know what you think. I try to give you good, Christian content there that will help you, hopefully, in your real life. So it's not just one of those things where people used to get clickbait just because they're trying to make money. I don't do that. So we will be starting a women's Bible study on Wednesdays at noon over there. Men, if you want to have a Bible study, I need you to let me know what day and time you'd want to do that. If you're interested, I'll get that set up. So I'm trying to lead by example. So it might not make me popular, but it is what it is. And by all means, I am not a theologist. I am not a pastor or anything along those lines. I am just someone that's sharing what I'm reading and my understanding of it. Cal said I had chicken too, nice thick chicken thighs and drums with some corn. Very nice. Cal, I'll have to send you. Do you like sweet corn? This goes for any of you. If you like sweet corn, let me know. We have something here called Cope's sweet brown corn. And oh my gosh, it is so good. It's freeze dried. So they tell you to make it, like you have to actually soak it in milk the night before you make it. And then you can do like a bake with it. Ruth said, hey, you are not selling financial advice that God told you to start a channel with. I'm all okay with a religion channel. Yeah. I will never try to make money off of you guys. That's not something I'm doing. I'm not about that. Jay says, dark meat, yum. Remember, I'm from Illinois, corn country. I'll have to take you over to the cornfield then. The corn here this year looks amazing so far. It is over 7 feet tall. Cal says, oh my, Jay, laugh out loud. Who would have guessed Jay was into the dark meat? And Cal likes thick thighs, apparently. Oh my. But yeah, everything here is doing really good so far this year. Jay says if it comes off of a bird, yep. Oh my. But as long as it gets hot when they need it to, and they get a little bit of rain when they need it to, they're gonna have I think they'll have a bumper crop this year. So my only fear is that right when they're about to take it in, they won't be able to get in the fields because they'll be too wet. Cal says thick thighs save lives. Unless you're in LA, Cal, and then they just say that you're screwed because you never should have been stuck in that place anyway, right? Sorry. I'm not repeating that, but that's funny. Oh my. I thought more people would have a comment to that, but I guess not. So, what do you all got planned for this week? Anything? No, I didn't say it was too far. I'm laughing about it. Dave will be back tonight or tomorrow, I think he said. Him and his son went out for a nature hike in the mountains out there in Canada or Colorado. Yeah. Nice, Cal. Yeah, that'll be a big help for you. So, um, also some information about the foundation. We have set up our eBay account. So we will be doing auctions and sales over there, and all the money made from that account will go directly to the foundation. So I did that, took care of all that yesterday, got it registered and approved by eBay. So we are now good to go to post stuff, and yeah, so keep an eye out for that. Hopefully I'll get some pictures up on there, and we'll get some stuff up for sale here in the next couple days. There will be a reserve on everything, just so you know. And yeah, so hopefully that'll help us get some financing for the foundation to help us do more good works um, for the veterans. So y'all are quiet. What's going on, y'all? But what else are we doing? Like I said, I'm going to try and get my cork board up and ready to go, and get the maps up on it. That way we can start mapping where y'all are at. So I'll be asking that question hopefully later this week. I haven't decided on if I want to make it a portable map so we can actually bring it out here and stuff too, or if I'm actually going to mount it to the wall in there. I'm thinking it's going to be portable. Because when it's hot, I'm not going to be in that shed. I just can't do it. It's too much. So Cassie says relaxing. Yeah. I don't blame you, because your busy season's coming up quick again. Bruce distracted by stuff on the system. Yeah, that happens sometimes. I get it. A lot of times when I'm watching videos, I'm also working and stuff like that too. So I get it. I understand that. I usually have it up on the TV, and then I'm commenting from my phone, and then I have the laptop on my lap doing work. I know. I don't work, right? As my mother says, I just work on her nerves. When do you guys go back to school, Cassie? I'm going to guess about the middle of August you guys go back. August 25th. Yeah. Yep, I get it, Ruth. I understand. When you're busy, you want to keep working, even though you want to spend time with us and stuff. And I do not begrudge anyone that, because I do the same thing. Oh my. So, since I was late and we had all the problems, if you all want to go over a little bit, I can hang out for a little while. I just got to turn my camera off and stuff and take some meds real quick at 6. But we can hang out till about 6:30 or so if you want. If not, we can just end at normal time. It's up to you. You just let me know what you want to do. What? What, puppy? Well, you're the one that got down. Come on, get up here. Come on. Yes, hi. Cal says, I do like hanging out here. Well, I'm glad you like hanging out. I appreciate it. I try to make it a nice place to hang out, you know. I know that people get so bogged down with all of the politics all the time, and I'm not knocking anybody who does politics. I get it. We need to hear about it. We need to, you know, as much as we hate politics, we have to stay abreast on all that stuff. But sometimes we just need a break from it, and that's what I try to be. You know, I try to just help everybody relax a little bit. The other option is, well, I don't know. I can't guarantee you that because I don't know what time the storms are going to be here for real. I was going to say about doing a fireside chat, but yeah, I don't know. We'd have to do it with the propane, and I mean, I guess I could move the propane one into the shed, and we could do it in there, but nah, we'll save it for another night. But I really enjoy doing the fireside chats with you all. I enjoy doing all of it. I'm not gonna lie. I enjoy being here and hanging out and carrying on and showing you the kitties. Yes, hi floppers. Save it for nice weather. Yeah, I agree. Welcome back, Jay. How was your smoke? Here, flop. Here's my floppers. Cancerous, right? Floppers. He looks so mad at me for doing that, doesn't he? Doesn't he? He's like, you son of a. He's purring like crazy. Oh, Cassie moved up to number 2. Do y'all like that, top fans? If you don't like it, I can turn it off. I think I can turn it off. I think I said that. But yeah. Doesn't bother you? I don't know. That one's picking up pretty quickly, ain't it? I might have to put this umbrella down here shortly. I think it should be okay. It's got a vent at the top, so it shouldn't fly off like the last one did. The last umbrella, I just bought it. Brand new umbrella, not even 2 weeks old. And it didn't have the vent on it. And the wind just grabbed it and snapped it over top. It went Mary Poppins and out front. Barely missed my truck, thankfully. So. All right, I'm still here. I'm just going to mute myself for 1 second, or not mute myself, but I'm going to take the camera down for a minute. Turn my alarm off first so that doesn't go off and get us copyright strikes. You know what I mean, Vern? Where can I turn the camera off at anyway? Well, I don't know if I can turn the camera off on here. Oh, ain't that some stuff? Well, the fly is going to help. It's going to block the camera. All right, I cannot turn my camera off. That's crazy. I don't have access to those features, huh? Oh, what the heck does that mean? Oh, yeah, I can cover the camera. I forgot about that. I have a little, well, I had a thing there. There we go. Haha, thank you, Ruth. Ruth with the good idea yet again. I'll try and hurry up so I don't have to have that covered for too long. See, now I could be running around over here naked and you guys wouldn't know it. And who knows what else I could be doing, right? Now your imagination can run wild. Naked Bigfoot. Speaking of that, have y'all seen the Bigfoot video where Yeti gives Bigfoot an air? That's pretty funny. Oh, awesome, Cal. Yeah, I hope he shows up too. Is he from my area, my part of Pennsylvania, or is he from a different part of Pennsylvania? If I don't want to, you don't have to say exactly where he's from. I don't want to do that to him. Have you talked to your buddy from Michigan lately? Okay, bud. I haven't seen your other buddy lately either. That kind of worries me. I honestly do really worry about y'all. I hope you know that. All right, we're back. Look at that wind go. Sorry, yeah. Well, I hope he's doing okay. I mean, I know a lot of YouTubers get on here and they say about how they care about their members and stuff, and then it ends up they only care about the members that can, that donate money and all that stuff. And gotcha. I'll try and shoot him a message on Discord and see if I can talk with him a little bit. So maybe if we can get him over to the other channel, maybe that'll help a little bit. I don't know. Some people just need to hear that one good message, and then it clicks and gets people to, snap out of what they're going through and start doing better. But yeah. I'm not in competition with anybody. I don't try to do anything like that. I'm just here enjoying my time with y'all. So yeah. I will actually, give me 1 second here. I will go to Discord. We will go to prayer requests. And we will add I put Prasar for help with personal matters. So there, he's added to our prayer request list there, Cal. We want everybody to, if you're on the Discord, please check out the prayer request list. There's a bunch of people, a bunch of things in there that need to be addressed. And if you don't mind, just go ahead and say a quick prayer if you believe in it. If you don't believe in it, then don't do it. I mean, it's that simple. It really is. So, but I think the first thing that we're going to put up on the eBay site, I have 3 Sensi sets. Yeah, see that 10 times fast. 3 Sensi sets. It is a Sensi burner, and it's the military one. And then she also donated a bunch of different samples with each one. So that's from my friend Beth, who lives up in Ontario, or up in Canada. She actually drove all the way down here to deliver them to me herself. So we are very thankful for that. So, but yeah. Let me see if I can find the eBay here. It'd be better to go from this one. There's nothing on it right now, so. I guess I gotta sign out of this one first. Alright, I have to get it off of the website, so. Actually, you know what? I got it right here. I didn't think about that. What the heck happened there? Oh, I don't know. Okay. I'll get you a link then. Hi, Thomas. Welcome in, buddy. Hey, Andrew. How's it going over there, buddy? Good to see you. You have elections coming up, don't you, Andrew? Oh, nice. Yeah, we're glad you're here, bud. I'm glad I decided to stay over a little bit. We had some issues earlier. First off, I woke up late. And second off, I couldn't get Rumble Studio to work. Just would not work. No sound. It worked, but we didn't have any sound. So we had to start with the just over here on YouTube, and it was like almost 4:30 till we finally got started. So I decided that I'll stick around for a little bit longer and hang out since we got screwed out of that time. So not that you know of. I'm sorry. I was hoping you could get some change over there and actually get somebody in place that would do good for you instead of the guy that's in there now. But Mr. Ant, I did not give you permission to be on me, sir. YouTube isn't overly bad. No, it's working pretty good. So, Thomas just put out a new video the other day. I did share it in the Discord. So you wanna, if you're in the different things, you wanna go check his, like radios and stuff like that. You wanna go check out his channel. If you're looking for alternative ways of cooking or different alternative products to what the mainstream products are, you can go and check out Ruth's channel. All about the alternative there. You can go check her out. She's got all kinds of good stuff out there. So Andrew has some good religious stuff out there too, if you want to go watch that. So you're stuck with Albanese for 2 more years. I'm sorry, bud. That's never fun to be stuck with a bad leader. All you can do is pray that he does good things. There have been calls for Kevin Rudd to be removed as the ambassador to the U.S. Well, I know that they're not. Australians aren't very happy with the government for the way they've been handling the tariff talks. I understand. Oh, he did what Joe Biden couldn't. Did want a second term. That's mean but funny. Yeah, boy. And the submarines. I don't know if I heard about that one. Let me see if I can find information about that one. Pentagon is reviewing deal to equip Australia with nuclear submarines. The 2021 pact meant to help counter China's ambitions in the Asia Pacific will be examined to ensure that it meets America First criteria, a U.S. official said. Oh. So we might be pulling out of that. Well, yeah, I don't know. That's above my pay grade, guys. So you have no active submarines right now, is what you're saying, Andrew? That's never good. Why would they pull them all in at the same time to do refits? That's kind of crazy. The Great Trash Tornado of 2025. If a tornado picked up any trash, that's a. So apparently they're having a fit about people scabbing in Philadelphia over the trash issue down there. Yeah, it's not. Wow, I thought you guys would have more than that, bud. But no wonder when China did their war games around your country, they were kind of worried about it because you guys really don't have a way of fighting back against it, from the sounds of it. Needle NATO. that's sad but true there, Jay. Oh no, it's the same way in Philly, bud. Hold on, let me do something here. Right there, see that guy that's leaned over? There are people like that all over the city of Philadelphia. This is Kensington Avenue. That's a man who just did some illicit drugs, and now he's just a zombie in comatose state there. But that's the state of Philadelphia right now. It used to be a beautiful city, all kinds of good things to do down there, and now it's trashed. They're running it into the ground just like the rest of them. Here, I'll do this. Jay says paint him in gold paint, and he could be one of those human statues, right? Yeah. Ann says, don't you think the U.S. has enough of them, and how many companies in the U.S. owned by China? I don't know of any companies that are owned by China. I know that they've bought um, into some companies. They own part of companies, but um, yeah, there are people in the United States who are currently funding China's military. I think that should be considered treason. A billionaire here should not be spending money on somebody else's military. That just is wrong to me. Yeah, Andrew says under Biden, China got some sweet real estate deals. Yeah, that's true. I forgot about that one, Ann. Yeah, they do own most of the pork industry. They actually ship it over to China and process it and send it back. That kind of scares me. Thomas says Timmy works for the Chinese for China. There's a lot of our military or our cons. Damn it. A lot of our politicians are bought and paid for by other countries. It seems. Isn't the Chinese equipment still a little dodgy and just copies of re-engineered Western equipment? Yeah, the Chinese can't develop shit on their own. They just can't. So they try to steal. The Chinese were granted a 99-year lease on the port of Darwin. Wow, your government sold you out, bud. But yeah, well, the land is being taken care of. The government is actually um telling most of, I think they actually put it into effect where the government has so long to sell the land to make their money back, or it's just going to be reclaimed. I know Arkansas has done that, but I think Trump was talking about doing it nationwide. Eric Swalwell was sleeping with a Chinese spy. It's a known fact. Feng Feng was her name. So yeah, we just gotta stay on top of people. And hey, you know what? Some days I'm an idiot. Huh? Why is it coming up that this user is not found? I guess I gotta email eBay. Dang it. Eric Fartswell. I call him Eric Swallows well, but the Chinese were nearly granted a contract to make our military uniforms too. Oh my. Yeah, it's definitely been a rough rough last decade, I'd say at the least. And if things don't change, I don't see it getting any better anytime soon. But we'll have to see. And in Victoria, they got into the road construction too. Oh man, why would they do that? Haven't they not? Have they not seen all the tofu projects? They call it tofu drag projects that China has done worldwide. Oh, good. You do have somebody over there that has a brain. Andrew said until Scott Morrison stepped in and said no way. Yeah, you'd have collapses and everything else. Um, look at that building in Thailand that just all the other buildings shook, but none of them fell in that earthquake, except for the one that was made by China. Um, yeah, I mean, all around the world, you're seeing these Chinese um, projects that are supposed to be promoting the CCP and trying to help them with their Belt and Road Initiative. And they all have catastrophic failures at some point. It's sad because usually it ends up with people being um, deleted, to say the least. Chinese built most of the railroads back in history in Canada and probably the U.S. That was different. That wasn't this communist government that was doing it. That was immigrants that came here and actually did the work, and they did the work according to the way it was supposed to be done. Um, our railroads have been pretty good, both of ours, Canada's and the United States. Uh, you know, over the years. I mean, yes, we've had some catastrophic accidents and stuff like that. That's just human error. But for the most part, we've, you know, I understand what you're saying though. But yeah, that was a long time ago, and those were people who moved here to actually assimilate to the U.S. They wanted to be American citizens, so they came over here and they did the hard labor. Yeah, Andrew, I said about that, the Belt and Road. Um, and the Chinese are some of the most racist people you will ever meet. Actual Chinese people from China. You see pictures and videos of them from when they're in other countries, and they will actually beat and berate people and talk down to them. Um, they think they are better than everyone else. Um, don't know if you've seen it, but about probably 6 months, 6 to 8 months ago, there was a video that came out of Africa where they had a Chinese company was working in Africa and something happened and it just showed this Chinese guy beating the crap out of these black guys, these Africans, with sticks and everything else. So, and it says like they bring Mexico workers and Jamaica workers to Canada and probably US too for the farmers, etc., cheap labor. Um, the US has to have a serious conversation with itself at this point. I don't know if you heard about the whole raid on that pot farm out in California, but they had underage kids that were illegals that were smuggled here to this country working as slave labor on this farm. And if they're working on that farm, how many other farms are they working on? That is no, that's no go with me. That's a red line. That farmer should be prosecuted for modern day slavery. I'm tired of it. I'm over the bullshit. Where the hell has the morality gone in our country? It's gone. Last truck which was stopped and in FEMA boxes was what? I don't know about that. Slavery does still exist. Oh yeah, yeah. What is it? Um, over in Africa, I think it's Liberia, has an open slave market. Well, common back in the before the 60s and 70s, there used to be morality. Everybody treated each other decent for the most part. It didn't matter what color you were. You had, I don't know. I guess it depends on what part of the country you were in, but in Australia, it's called the support wage scheme. I'll have to look into that. But yeah, we're losing our identity because of all this. I'll look into that, Ann. Yeah, Ann says FEMA boxes loaded with drugs. Okay, I'll look into that. That would surprise me, but at the same time, it wouldn't surprise me because our government likes to do all kinds of crazy stuff, to say the least. I don't defend our government. I love our country. I will defend our country, but I don't defend the Congress people and all that. I don't know. It's too corrupt. They do too much crazy shit. They don't care about us, the people, anymore, and I'm just over it. Thomas says I'm an illegal from Mars. Think I'm going back. Too many crazy people on Earth. Thomas. I'd be one of the craziest people you met, bud. Oh my. So. Oh shoot. Yeah, I just want to. Andrew says supported wage scheme. Participants are paid much lower wages by legal requirements and obligations. When you worked under the scheme, it was $4.72 an hour, when other workers were on $15 an hour. That's absolutely ridiculous, Andrew. Unreal. And what did they just, the government was set that up, huh? What happened to Australia? I remember Australia used to be about badasses who, were just didn't care. Now they seem to be a bunch of wussies who would rather live off the government than to make their own way. And I'm not saying that's all Australians. Please don't think that. I don't generalize. I'm just saying I've met a lot of Australians lately who are just okay with doing whatever the government tells them to do. They don't even question it. There's a lot of people here in the States that do the same damn thing. And I'm like, how can you trust the people who are voting things through to harm you? Right? The FDA and CDC have done more to harm the population of the United States than any foreign power ever has. Think about that. A disability support pension at the time. That's crazy. Yeah, I did see that. 2 people lost their eyesight from that. Wow, I saw the recall, but I didn't know that happened. That's scary. And you lost $300 to gain 140. That sounds like the new age math right there, Andrew. That sounds like government math, honestly. Oh, we've had a shake up here on the leaderboard. Cal's in the first place, Ann's in second, and Cassie's in third, with Ruth, Andrea, and Jamie right behind there. So just thought I'd throw that out there. 850,000 steel bottles recalled. Oh my. Yeah, they'll make a lot of money, that's for sure, for Andrew. Well, I don't know if they can go after Walmart, but they can go after the manufacturer for sure. If Walmart didn't know about the defect beforehand, I don't think you can sue them. But who knows? I'm not a lawyer, so don't take law advice from me. Might be made in China, right? You know, that's something else that most people don't realize. These companies in China will actually underbid each other and lose money doing it, just so they can say that they have the work and that they're putting out materials. So it looks like they're busy. That's what makes the CCP happy. They want to see work being done. They don't care how much money you lose. A lot of these companies are actually being subsidized by the Chinese government. Is why they can cut them so low, can go so low. Which I don't know how long that's going to go on, because the Chinese government's almost insolvent at this point. You know, they don't have the money to keep reinvesting into their own economy. They're going to turn into Weimar Germany if they keep it up. Yes. Well, not just that, but they're also they register them, and then they actually sell them as used. They're called 0 kilogram used cars, and they sell them all. They sell them to Australia. They sell them to Russia. They're trying to push them into Europe right now, but they're making a lot more selling them used overseas than what they would in their actual home market. They're saying they're making sometimes 600 yuan in Russia for an EV, that wouldn't even bring 100,000 UN at home. So what good are our sanctions if there's ways of getting around them? You know, we sanction countries to punish them, and other countries help them to just keep doing what they want to do. Yeah, China's the world's biggest car market. Yeah. Well, I don't know, because here's what I'm going to tell you. I think China has done so much damage to their population between the one-child law that they had, where they preferred boys. So if they had a girl, they would delete the girl and keep trying till they had a boy. So now there's an overabundance of men in China that can't find women to procreate with. Now the second part is the little microbe organism that got loose in China that deleted a lot of the Chinese population, I think. So I don't think they're in the billions of people anymore. I would be very, very surprised if we didn't find out that China is well under 800,000 people right now. Which, don't get me wrong, are 800 million people. I'm sorry. I misspoke there. I said 800,000. No, 800 million. Yeah, China was just surpassed by India as the world's biggest population. Actually, I think it was just last year. So, but it's because India promotes family and they promote the growth. China promoted backing down. They didn't want to get overly big. They were afraid that if they got too big, they wouldn't be able to sustain it. And in a way, they were right. So, but yeah, like I said, I would be really surprised if we didn't find out if true numbers come out and not fake ones made up by the CCP. I would not be surprised to find out that they are under 800 million people right now. From the videos I've been watching, the big cities are almost empty. Lots and lots of villages are just disappearing. Nobody in them anymore. And yeah, where are they going? If they're not going to the city, where are these people going? And it says 80% of India in Brampton, Ontario, Canada, and spreading everywhere, unfortunately. Oh my. Yeah, that's something we need to stop, is this unlimited immigration thing that we've got going on. It's ruining cultures. And I'll say it, I don't care who gets mad at me or not. Western culture is not compatible with Middle Eastern or Asian culture. It just isn't. If you want to live in those cultures, then why don't you move there? Sir, what are you doing? No, 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 no. Whoops, sorry. Fluffy almost sat his ass on you. Say sorry, Fluffy. Say sorry. Our community is supposed to get a subdivision of them. Oh my. Bruce said they sent a large amount of them to Toronto. That doesn't surprise me. I have a friend that works in a 7-Eleven. I'll have to ask her how many of them work there. So let me get this straight. They couldn't house your homeless, but they're building houses to house the immigrants. That sounds just like the shit they were trying to do here. Unreal. Well, y'all, we gave them homes and funds to live off to bring them here. Yep. And how many homeless people could they have housed and helped get back on their feet and get jobs and make their lives better with that money? And instead, they're bringing in foreigners. That makes zero sense, except for the fact that it is a globalist agenda. The globalists want cheap labor, and so they're trying to flood everybody's countries with these immigrants who they know will work for less. Should have sent them to smaller areas. Well, I just don't believe they should have sent them at all. They should have just taken and invested in your own people. That's what would have happened back in the old days. The Great Depression. We didn't bring in a bunch of cheap labor to cover, to replace people. We gave our own people the jobs and helped them get back on their feet. And that's what this new generation doesn't understand. And my generation had it good growing up. So now not we, but a lot of my generation thinks that being progressive means keep going and keep pushing this circle, and they don't realize that sometimes you catch up with the tail and then you start doing the things that were bad that you fought to stop. Like they're trying to push segregation again. Should have sent all the ones back to New York too. At current losses, China is projected to be at 420 million by 2100. Yeah. People have just stopped getting married. They've stopped trying to have kids because life is so hard. In China, they're working 7 hours a day, 12 hours a day, or 7 days a week, 12 hours, 12 to 16 hours a day, and not making money. They're still in debt. So, and they have a predatory loan system over there that you can be millions of dollars or millions of yuan in debt, and they'll still loan to you. So I mean, it's just a crash is coming for China. There's just no other way of putting it. So, well, yeah, I think we should be putting our homeless, our veterans that need work. We should be finding them jobs in good homes and stuff before we worry about bringing in others. Did anybody see the Airbus A400 crash? I don't think so. That must be something I missed. Let me go look it up. A400. Four killed after Airbus Military plane crashes. That's sad. It was during a test flight in Spain, killing 4 and injuring 2. I will share the video, and you guys can watch it if you want, but it was in Spain, Thomas. Okay, so it's saying that 3 of the 4 propellers on this plane malfunctioned, and that's what caused the accident. It just didn't have enough to keep it in the air. Have a good night, Ruth. Be safe. Tell Richard we said hi. 1 out of 3 survived. Yeah, that's not. I mean, that's definitely better than normal. Jay. Thomas said, "Sad, just seen one take off yesterday. It was a Turkish Air Force plane." Well, if I was the Turkish Air Force, I would be. It didn't give the link. What the world? All right, I'll share it on Discord. It was a nasty crash. Yeah, I watched the video. The cockpit was completely taken off of the plane from what I saw. So the one that left there was Royal Air Force. I'm thinking Royal Air Force has better mechanics than Turkish Air Force. So I'm wondering if that played a part in it. You know, those planes take a lot to maintain, and you have to be good at what you do. And if you're not good at what you do, well, people are going to be deleted because of it. Jay said, "New, did someone not take the plastic film off the intakes?" Right? Yeah, even a brand new plane, though, Andrew, has to be gone over, and they have things that they have to. You got to check all your fluid levels. You got to check all the tension on your cables. Just like a brand new car, you don't just take a brand new car and take it out on the highway and open it up to 110 miles an hour on a brand new motor. You'll blow the motor up. So that's all I'm saying. There's things that have to still be done that it seems that somebody didn't do or somebody at the factory messed up. So, but anyway, I'm going to go ahead and wrap up here. I thank you all for being here. Hopefully you had a good time with us. And tomorrow is a morning show, so I will see you all at 7 a.m. Eastern time. I gotta check what the weather is going to be like in the morning. Let's do that quick before we leave. Weather. It'll probably change again till the morning anyway, but Monday. So our low temperature is going to be 72 tomorrow. Oh, they're calling for a 40% chance of rain in the morning. All right, so we'll see what happens. If it rains, I'll go out to the shed. Yeah, thank you all for being here. I do appreciate you. I do care about you. Please stay safe. Take care of yourselves in the heat, or in Andrew's case, the snow and ice and cold or whatever's going on over there, bud. And yeah, thank you all again. I appreciate you. We'll see y'all later. Peace. Have a great night. We have a heat wave till Thursday in my area, so not getting anything done, unfortunately. I don't blame you, and be safe, and don't get yourself heat exhaustion or anything. That would be bad. So, but all right, later, y'all.